And welcome to Capital Talk, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of Kenya. And now, more than ever, I'm Jeff Koinange. Now, all this week, if you've been watching Capital Talk, and we hope you have, we're talking to homegrown heroes. That's right, people who started off humble beginnings, and today they are flying our country's flag so high, making us all so proud. Like my guest today, you need to sit back and listen to this story. I'll begin by saying she's only 37 years old. That's right. But she's going to. When she was 5 years old, she ran her first cross country. 5 years old, she knew this was her love. Fast forward to the late 1990s when she tried to turn out for the country's cross country team. She kept getting rejected. That's right. Year after year, she kept getting rejected. In 1999, she decided, you know what? I'm going to go out and prove them wrong. And she did at the Boston Marathon. Came in the top 10, did really well. But guess what? In the years ahead, the only woman on the planet to ever win the Boston Marathon 4 times. Imagine, 4 times. She's also won the Chicago Marathon 2 times. She's come second in a whole bunch of others, like the New York City Marathon, the London Marathon, and others. There's more. 2 Olympic medals, both in Athens and in Beijing, silver medalist. And she's still running. She wants to do 2012 in London because she just loves to run. Oh, by the way, she's still a prisons officer right here in Nairobi West for the last 15 years. Good grief. Sit back. Let's all listen to what Catherine Ndereba has to say. Catherine,
hi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
My goodness, what an achievement. What an achievement.
Yeah.
And for such a tiny woman like you have really, really made us proud.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
I really thank God because I really don't know what to say, but all I can say is that glory, honor, and adoration go to my God because He is the one who has made me to become what I am today. And for sure, I believe that without God, I could not be this far. And that's why I can proudly confess that the Lord is my Savior, and this far, He is my Ebenezer.
All right. Okay, let's go back to when you were growing up in the foothills of Mount Kenya. You're 5 years old, and you're running.
12.
You're running.
Yeah, when I was 12 years.
How?
Well, I just started like any other kid. When I was school, I just liked to run aloud, and whenever I could be sent by my mom to go to get something, maybe from the shopping center, or maybe to draw some water, I just felt like I just need to go very fast, get whatever my mom wanted me to get. And when I get back home, I used to have a lot of time to play around and with my siblings, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then you go into high school and you're still running. Now
Yeah.
you're taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, not until when I got into the high school that I could run now. And I had this wonderful teacher, and I always thank God for him. His name was Mr. Wabogo Kagwaine. He was my former headmaster in the high school, and he could tell us in each and every morning when we assemble that if anybody knows that they have got a talent, they need to exploit it to their utmost. And whenever he could say that, I used to feel like he's really talking direct to me because I knew I have this talent. I could run around, and whenever we are asked to run, I was all that competitive because I just wanted to become number 1.
And you have become Catherine. So let's fast forward. How did you get into the prisons?
How I did get to the Kenya prisons is that I get a chance of meeting Mr. Stephen Mwaneki, who is our coach today, and he was coaching the team at Nyeri Kingongo prison, and with another coach called Adriano Musonye, who is still the coach for the Central Province at Kingongo. And when I met them, they had some athletes that they brought for the competition in Nyeri, and it was a close country. I managed to be number two for the first one, and the second one was held at Muiga back in the end of 1993. And when I did that cross country, I chanced to beat one of the prison runners who was none than other, who was no one another. She was Jacinta Muragori. Yeah.
The wife of the coach.
The wife of the coach, Stephen Mwaneki. But by that time, I didn't know that she was the wife of him.
So you won that one, and they were very impressed.
They were very impressed, and nobody could believe like I have won the race. And they waited for the second prize to come, and they asked her, and they confirmed that, well, I did the whole course, but she could not keep up with me.
Okay. So now you're running the cross country, right? Which is what, about 6 kilometers?
Yes, it was 6 kilometers.
And you tried out for the national team in 94?
1994, yeah. I tried to make the team, and I emerged to be number 6. And I think that the best I got from the cross country. Yeah, that was the best. In my whole career, was number 6 was the best at Gong Race Course. Because it's not easy to run at the Gong Race Course.
It's a hilly...
Not even a hilly. It has got this glass. It got some glass, and it's very tough.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously as number 6 you qualified for the Kenya team.
Yeah, because they always used to pick number 1 up to 6, and then they add like 2-3 more athletes, maybe in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case one get injured or something happens along the way. Yeah.
So you get picked for the team, but then you're rejected, right?
I got selected, but after all, I got dropped from the team.
Was that discouraging?
It was quite discouraging, but I thank God because the more time or the more this happened to me, the Lord helped me to look at it in a different angle, and I could say that, let's say, this is not a door that the Lord has opened, because when the Lord opens a door for you, no man can shut it. So I could just comfort myself with that and wait until that time that the Lord will give me that chance.
So it wasn't your time.
Yeah, I used to comfort myself that, well, it's not the Lord's time. Yeah. So I just kind of calm myself down and keep on training and wait for that time.
So then, okay, so you get rejected in 94, and you kept getting rejected even though you qualified.
Yes.
Right? And in 99 you decided?
1999 I just decided, I just felt like I have enough, because I went to the residential camp, and yet I had my daughter back home with my husband and the house help, and I felt to leave a 2-year-old, back home, and go out there, train, and yet you don't get what you are looking for. I just felt like, okay, enough is enough. I better do something different.
Which was?
Which was the marathon. I didn't have a choice, because nobody could, nobody had the budget for me by that time, because it seems like everybody had invited all the athletes for the shorter distances. So the only race that could take me was the Boston Marathon.
And you had no idea, I mean, this was a marathon which you had never run.
Which I had never run. I didn't even know how I'm going to feel, what to expect. I didn't know, I knew nothing. And I didn't know how to train for it.
How did you do?
I became number 6. And I learned in 2 hours, 28 minutes and 27 seconds.
You remember these times, eh?
Yeah, very much. Yeah. Because I didn't even, I kind of surprised myself, because I wasn't expecting to run at the 2 hours and 30 minutes. So what I said is that I'm going to do this marathon just to start and to finish. The time doesn't matter. I just want to have the feeling like, I did it, then I finished it.
Were they impressed?
Everybody was impressed. Everybody was impressed, and even I was also over impressed, because as I did that marathon, in fact, I was counting myself like, well, even I got, I got paid better than some of the athletes who went for the cross country, and they become like number 47, of which they didn't get anything. Yeah.
Wow.
Apart from the name.
Correct. Yeah. When did you first win the Boston Marathon?
I won the Boston Marathon the following year, that is year 2000. And I won it another time in 2001. 2002, I became number 2. And then I won it another time in 2004 and 2005.
My goodness. Were they shocked that No woman has ever won the Boston Marathon 4 times. I mean, you hold that record.
Yeah, I hold that record.
What were they saying in the States?
Well, they kind of do respect me, and that's why they kind of call me Catherine the Great.
Catherine the Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to 2000, right? So you win the Boston Marathon, and Kenya is sending a team to Sydney to the Olympics. Why didn't you make that team?
Why didn't I make that team was that, the Kenyan Federation normally use Boston Marathon and London Marathon for the qualification of the marathon team. And I did it, and I qualified. But on the other hand, there was another athlete who did her marathon in Japan, and she sounded to have a better time than I did, because she had learned 2 hours and 23 minutes, and my time by that time was 2 hours and 26 minutes. So they felt like my time is not that fast enough, maybe, to be able to enable myself to get a medal or something like that. And that's why I didn't go for Sydney.
Was that disappointing?
It was very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I can remember the whole day. That day I was at the airport, and I get a chance of reading on the paper. I was heading to Osaka. I had to go there, try to qualify for 10,000 meters on the track. And when I saw that, I got shocked. In fact, I even missed my flight, because my minds kind of get mixed.
Yeah. Good grief. Okay, so, but 2004, you win a Boston Marathon, and then you're heading to Athens, to the Olympics, right? Yeah. And you ended up winning silver. What was that like?
It was great. It was great. In fact, I couldn't even have the words or enough words to tell God thank you, because the more I had waited for that, that win, and, that chance just to go there, represent my country, because I couldn't wait. To have that tracksuit written Kenya at my back, I waited for 10 years, and it wasn't easy.
Those same officials who kept rejecting you from the Kenya team, were you saying deep down inside, you see what I can do?
I didn't care. I didn't care about it. All I had to do was just to be happy and know that when God chose you, He has really chosen you. So I didn't care. I consider that all these times that I got rejected, those were just but stepping stones to get where I want to get.
My goodness, what a story, Catherine. Okay, I want to talk about what makes you keep going. Why are you still loyal to the prisons? 15 years later, you still work for the prison service, you still enjoying that? And also, family life. Does your daughter like to run like you do? But first of all, take a break. Catherine the Great, what more can be said? Good grief. All that rejection just fueled her on, and she's no doubt in the driver's seat. Catherine Ndereba is on the bench today. Homegrown heroine. Came from humble beginnings and now has won a whole bunch of marathons, double Olympic silver medalist. What more can be said? She's flying our flag. Don't even think of going away. Capital Talk is back in a moment. And welcome back to Capital Talk. All week long, it's about homegrown heroes. And what a heroine we have with us today, simply known around the world as Catherine the Great. You know the old saying, a prophet is never recognized in their own home? That's what happened to Catherine right here, but she proved the critics and the coaches wrong. She's won 4, count them, 4 Boston marathons. And she's also won 2 Chicago marathons, come second in New York City and London, 2 Olympic silver medals, and on and on and on. Catherine the Great. And what else?
2 gold in the World Championships.
2 gold?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And a silver also in the World Championships.
You are, no doubt. You are Catherine the Great. And here's another thing you were telling me earlier, Catherine, is that there were some coaches who kept criticizing your way of running.
Yeah, everybody believed like I have a low steps, So that's why I can be good in a cross country. So, and I didn't know what they meant by that time, but I came to learn in the books that, most of the marathoners or the best marathoners, they have shuffling step, of which I discovered that's my step. And I said, you can't be good at everything. So I just got satisfied with my step and everything and know that it doesn't matter. Yeah. If you're not good at one thing, you'll be better in another thing.
And you always knew deep down inside, this is what you were good at.
Well, I didn't know, but when I came to learn that, I knew for sure I was given this with a purpose. So, and my prayer was that may God help me to fulfill the purpose, and of which He has really done, and He's still doing it.
How was the Beijing Olympics? How was it for you? What was the experience like?
The experience was great. It was wonderful. In fact, to have to become a silver medalist in 2 Olympic Games, it's not easy. It's something that make me, feel like, God, is this all you can do to me? And I just feel, God, you're worthy. You're worthy of all the praises and honor, because without Him I can't do it. I couldn't even imagine how I can do it.
Yeah. And you want another one, don't you? You want another Olympic?
Yeah, I won another Olympic too.
You won 2012.
Oh yes.
Huh? You think you can give us gold? Because Catherine, you'll be about 40 then.
I'll be about 40. Age doesn't matter. That's just a number. Yeah. I just still feel young at heart.
Yes. I think you're still proving to all those people who rejected you, right? Okay, so 15 years in the prison service. Catherine, with all the money you've won and all the marathons you've won, you could walk away from this and do other things. Yet you choose to be a prisons officer. Why?
Yeah, why I do choose to be a prison officer is that I do love Kenya prisons because one, I count them as a blessing, and for sure it's a department that the Lord used for me to be able to get where I am. Because when the Kenya prisons enrolled me, I wasn't somebody. I wasn't, nobody knew me. In fact, I didn't know much about running, but I thank God because He used the Kenya prison and the coaches that are there to be able to train me and have given me all the chance and all the time to be able to train and to get out there to compete. Otherwise, if they didn't get into my life, I don't think where I could be. And maybe even Catherine the Great could not be able to be known or something like that. Yeah.
So you remain loyal to them, huh?
I just remain loyal, not because anybody has given me any pressure, but it is out of choice because it's a place that I love to be, and I just feel it's part and parcel of my life.
And also the social setting, your prison colleagues and also the prisoners, you said, they also give you some kind of comfort, I guess.
When we are out there training and learning, that's a different world. But when I get on the other side of working, like when I get back into the office, I get to interact with the other prison officers and also the prisoners whenever I get a chance. And the big issue here is just to make sure that you rehabilitate those prisoners because they are human as we are, and we need them. So whenever I get a chance of talking to 1 or 2 people, when you get a chance of talking to 1 or 2 people, and for sure, whatever you are going to tell them, get them to change. I think that's the best you can have in this world. Yeah.
Do they know who you are, Catherine? The prisoners, for the most part.
I'm sure now most of them knows. Yeah.
Okay, what about people back home in Nyeri? When you go back to Nyeri, are you as famous as the president?
I don't know. I don't know, but all I can say is that in my village or in my province, it seems like everybody knows about me. Yeah.
Did you ever think when you were running at the age of 12, one day they would all know who Catherine the Great was?
Well, I didn't know, and I didn't expect it. One thing I didn't even dreamt of was getting into that flight and going to abroad and be a runner or that anything. That is something that was out of my mind completely. When I was in school, I was just dreaming to become a teacher.
Wow. Wow. Well, now you're teaching a whole lot of people about running, aren't you? You're giving advice to young girls out there who have the talent.
That's true.
Right? What do you tell them?
All I tell them is that when everybody is gifted in a different way, so all they have to do is that they need to dig deep in themselves to be able to know what kind of a talent they have, and when they know their talents, they work hard to exploit it, and they should not let anything stop them, because we have people, we have anything that can discourage you, but I kind of try to tell them now. I give them my story to encourage them. Yeah.
Never ever let them be discouraged, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. At the beginning of this half, I said a prophet is never recognized in their own home. It took you 4 marathons in Boston and 2 in Chicago and many others, 2 silver medals, to get recognition outside. Do you feel like that sometimes? You're never recognized at home?
Well, that didn't bother me at all. As far as nothing stops me doing what I'm doing, getting known or not known, that is none of my business. Yeah.
How long can Catherine the Great continue running?
Well, I feel I can keep on doing it as far as I'm healthy and strong. So I'm still there.
Because every day you run about 10 Ks, right? This morning you ran 5. You're doing another 5 this afternoon.
Yeah.
And you do this every day?
I do that every day. Apart from when I have a rest, and on Sundays I don't do any run. I just go to church. You know, that's my day of worship and all that.
Yes.
Yeah. Though every day is a day of worship, I like to go on Sunday. I just want to set it apart, go to church. You know, interact with other people. You know. Yeah.
Yes. Your 12-year-old daughter. One would think that this would be a natural in running. What does she think of what mom does or running in general?
Well, she knows that it's good, but on the other hand, not for her. She doesn't want to do any running because she feels like it's quite exhausting, and she feels like it takes much from her. So she just wants to have kind of an easy life, you know. And especially somebody who has, have been brought up in a city, don't expect them to do the kind of work we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is another thing.
Yeah.
So she just say, well, running is exhausting. So even if I'll have to run, maybe the shorter distance.
Right.
So she thinks she can make a good sprinter. She thinks that one is easy, but it's not.
No, it's just as hard.
Yeah,
the training.
but I'm still giving her time. You know, she kids keep on changing their minds.
Yes.
So sometime maybe she'll become a good learner because I can see she has the talent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What are you training for right now, Catherine? Obviously, you're running every day, but what's coming up?
What is coming up? I was to maybe I could do the World Championships, but for now I feel it's late because I had a kind of a slight problem in Radden Marathon, where I got a blister on my left toe, and it kept me away from most of my training. So now I feel like I'm not going to do the World Championship, and what I'm going to do, maybe if I get my speed back and I have everything, all of my training together, maybe I'm going to do the fall marathon.
Yeah. Which will be either what, Chicago or New York?
Either Chicago or New York, or whichever marathon that my manager is going to get for me.
Yes.
But right now, I've not even decided anything. I don't know what I'm going to do, but after here now, I know I have a race in London on 12th, and I'm going to do shorter races during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shorter for you is what, 10 Ks?
10 Ks up to half marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this weekend, of course, you're doing the Lewa?
Yeah, I'm going to do the Lewa marathon.
Yeah.
No, the half marathon,
Half, yeah.
sorry. And I just do that as my long run.
That's like a warm-up. Huh? It's like, a walk in the park.
Not walking, but it's part of my training.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I'll have a long run on Saturday.
Right. What's the ultimate for you, Catherine? Would the obviously you've won 4 Boston marathons, which is fantastic, amazing. Would a New York City marathon cap would be the icing on the cake?
It could be an icing on the cake, but if I don't get it, I don't care. Having it or not having it, I'm fine, I'm satisfied. I can say the Lord has helped me to accomplish all that I have been able to accomplish. So I can't kind of kill myself and say, because I didn't win New York, it's like I didn't achieve. No, I feel completely done, and I just thank God that I have been able to do all those marathons. Somebody kind of shocked me when he was telling me the statistics of my running. He said, I've done 23, right now I've done 23 marathons, and out of those 23, I think 17 or 18 of them have been on the podium.
Is that right?
Yeah, so.
Either first, second, or third?
Yeah. Wow. Out of 23, I've been on the podium for 17 or 18 times.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
It is quite incredible. So winning the New York Marathon or not winning it, so it just doesn't change anything.
No.
Okay,
Catherine, I can't let you go without asking you a question with probably a lot of people are wondering right now. Most runners in Kenya are from the Rift. Because of the altitude up in E10 or Eldoret, they're from the Rift Valley. You grew up in Central Province.
Yes.
How? I mean, people must wonder, how did she do it?
Well, all I can say is that I have never let my mind, get, what can I say? I have never get myself involved like, say, with the high altitude or with the low altitude or wherever you grow, that's what helps you to become what you are. I think you can become the better you because of what you think. Because other people say you are what you think. So if you think you can be a champion, you can, no matter where you come from. So I train here in Nairobi, and sometimes I train home in Nyeri. And the other time I go to the States, I do my training there. So talking of attitude, it's nothing to me. So, and it's nowhere, it doesn't apply anywhere in my, in my training. Yeah. So I'm not that crazy. Like I'll have to train on the attitude and, all that stuff. No.
Your parents must be very proud of you now.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are proud, and they thank God for me, and they just feel that they just feel, great that they didn't stop me from doing what I'm doing. Because if they did it like those years back, they could be feeling like, and even me, I could be feeling like, oh, you didn't let me, follow my, my path and, my dreams. Yeah.
Catherine the Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
True champion.
You're welcome.
Well done.
Thank you.
Catherine the Great, my goodness, 17 out of 23 races on a podium. That's huge. That's homegrown. And that's what Catherine the Great is right here. What a champ, how humble she is. From humble beginnings and now a world star, double Olympic silver medalist. And she's not even slowing down now. Catherine the Great is definitely in the driver's seat up there with the best of the best. What a show, what a guest, what a week it's turning out to be on Capital Talk. You cannot find these kinds of guests anywhere else but right here on the award-winning station, K24, where, as always, we are all Kenyan.
All the time.
Great job.
Thank you.
Capital Talk is recorded at the Fairview Hotel, the country hotel in town.